Stadium was filled to capacity, with tens of thousands of fans cheering and millions more watching the live stream from around the world. While every member contributed to the night's performance, Jin's solo stage became one of the most talked about moments. His rendition of The Astronaut, performed with new arrangements and a slightly more mature tone, reminded audiences of his distinct vocal color and emotional control. But what added an extra layer of interest to this moment was Jungkook's reaction. Seated near the front of the VIP area, Jungkook watched intently, his eyes locked onto Jin's movements from the first note to the last bow. Jungkook chose not to perform that night. Instead, he sat as a viewer, supporter, and, unmistakably, a proud bandmate. His outfit drew immediate attention. Fans quickly recognized the resemblance to Jin's signature casual. The similarities were too specific to ignore, leading fans to believe Jungkook was paying quiet tribute through his wardrobe. Throughout Jin's performance, Jungkook's expression remained steady, composed, and deeply focused. He didn't smile excessively or try to grab attention. Jungkook recorded with his phone. His role wasn't that of a fellow celebrity, but rather of a brother observing a personal milestone. At moments during Epiphany, when the lyrics swelled, Jungkook was seen mouthing the words quietly, his eyes never leaving the stage. Several staff members and fan accounts reported that during the bridge section of the performance, Jungkook briefly placed his hand over his chest and nodded, an understated but meaningful gesture. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't for the cameras. It was a natural response, one that spoke volumes about his pride in Jin's return. Even after the performance ended, Jungkook stayed in place, applauding with sincerity. When the full BTS group came on stage for their final group bow, Jungkook joined them casually but respectfully, maintaining a low profile. Jin, in turn, gave a subtle smile in his direction, not exaggerated, but noticeably genuine. Their interaction wasn't loud or theatrical. It was simple, real, and that made it more impactful. Fans online quickly praised Jungkook for his humble show of support. Hashtags such as hashtag Jungkook proud of Jin and hashtag JK wearing Jin style began trending in multiple countries. Numerous side-by-side photo comparisons of Jungkook's outfit and Jin's past look went viral, reinforcing the narrative that Jungkook was silently celebrating Jin's stage comeback in his own way. Jungkook has always been known for his evolving fashion sense, from bold streetwear to luxury styles. But on the night of Jin's solo stage, the outfit he chose was more than just a personal style decision. It echoed a quiet tribute. The beige cardigan, plain white shirt, and dark jeans ensemble was unmistakably reminiscent of Jin's pre-enlistment look during the astronaut promotions in 2022. Fashion analysts and BTS fans alike quickly began dissecting the meaning. The similarity wasn't accidental. Over the years, BTS members have used clothing not only as an extension of identity, but also as a language of silent communication with fans and each other. Jungkook's choice could be interpreted as his way of honoring Jin's milestone without needing to say a word. This tribute was subtle but powerful. On a night when he could have worn anything flashy or designer, Jungkook instead chose familiarity, something that would connect the moment to history, to shared memories with ARMY, and most of all, to his respect for Jin. Observers noticed that throughout Jin's performance, Jungkook remained motionless except for small gestures. His eyes rarely left the stage. He mouthed lyrics during certain sections, especially songs like Moon and Epiphany, both of which Jin had claimed as emotionally significant tracks in previous interviews. Even after the lights dimmed, Jungkook was seen staying behind for a few minutes longer than expected. He didn't rush to exit, didn't post anything on social media, and didn't attend any after-parties. His statement had already been made, through presence, through style, through focus, in a group that has always emphasized unity. Jungkook's quiet pride reflected the deep trust and admiration that continues to define BTS. This wasn't about performance or attention. It was about standing by, watching carefully, and saying everything that needed to be said without speaking at all. What made this particular night more remarkable was the unspoken interactions. Jin's performance may have been the central feature, but it acted as a mirror reflecting how each member supported him, especially Jungkook. Their glances, reactions, and body language told a fuller story than scripted speeches or planned tributes could. When Jin stepped down from the solo stage and rejoined the rest of BTS for a group performance, Jungkook stood to the far left. Fans noticed that the first thing Jungkook did as Jin re-entered the lineup was give a subtle thumbs up. Not meant for cameras, and easily missed if not watching closely, this tiny gesture was authentic and spontaneous. There was no fanfare. Nos patlastsift. Just a signal between two people who have known each other for over a decade. In that space, the brotherhood between Jin and Jungkook was crystal clear. Not performative, but deeply rooted in familiarity and mutual admiration. Later during a group VCR segment, each member was asked to describe what being together again meant. Jungkook responded simply, "It feels balanced." The audience clapped, but many noticed that his gaze briefly turned toward Jin as he said it. It wasn't dramatic. It was direct. Backstage, a few seconds of candid behind-the-scenes footage revealed Jungkook adjusting his cardigan and jokingly saying, "I borrowed your look today," as Jin smiled and nodded. It was a rare on-camera moment between the two, confirming what fans had speculated. Jungkook's outfit was indeed a tribute. That night's performance wasn't about chart-topping music or surprise announcements. It was about presence. BTS, at full strength again, proved that their connection remained unbroken. And in this new chapter of their journey, gestures like Jungkook's, silent, intentional, respectful, added layers to their bond that fans deeply understood. On Weverse, fans wrote long threads about the significance of showing support through fashion, with many agreeing that Jungkook was speaking in a language that only true BTS followers would immediately recognize. The language of quiet brotherhood. One particularly viral post came from a Korean fan who captioned two photos, one of Jin from 2022 and one of Jungkook from the HYB family concert, saying, "He didn't need to speak. His cardigan said everything." That single post gathered over 1 million likes in under 24 hours. International fans responded with equal enthusiasm. In Brazil, fans organized an online trend event where users changed their profile pictures to Jungkook wearing the tribute outfit. In Japan, ARMY circles produced fan art that portrayed Jungkook handing the to Jin like a symbolic gesture of honor. Even media outlets picked up the buzz, with entertainment journalists praising BTS for their ability to communicate strong emotional messages through understated moments. Comment sections, forums, and livestream reactions revealed a collective sentiment of pride. Fans weren't just moved by Jin's return. They were struck by Jungkook's ability to say so much without saying anything at all. People commented on how it mirrored the way BTS members have often interacted over the years, with gestures, eye contact, inside jokes, and moments of quiet understanding. A particularly emotional post came from a longtime ARMY in Indonesia who wrote, "Jungkook didn't need to hug Jin on stage. He didn't need to scream. He just sat there, wore something meaningful, and looked at him with the same eyes he's had since debut. That's deeper than any words." Fan edits quickly followed. Videos spliced together clips of Jungkook watching Jin with past moments from earlier concerts, showing how consistent Jungkook has always been in silently backing his older members. A popular fan edit titled, "The Way He Looks at Jin," garnered over 3 million views in 2 days, mixing concert footage with interviews and past behind-the-scenes clips where Jungkook showed admiration for Jin. Even HYB noticed. A subtle post from the company's official account featured a photo of Jin's performance with the caption, "Every look tells a story." Though the post didn't name Jungkook, fans immediately understood the reference. Comments poured in praising HYB for recognizing the moment. The power of Jungkook's reaction wasn't in grand gestures. It was in the accumulation of small, deliberate actions. The outfit, the eye contact, the stillness, and the timing. Fans saw in him what BTS always stands for: sincerity over spectacle, connection over theatrics. This reaction also sparked conversations about masculinity and emotional expression. Many fans praised Jungkook for showing pride in Jin through a soft and thoughtful manner. In a culture where loud celebrations often take the spotlight, Jungkook reminded everyone that quiet gestures can leave the loudest echo in fans' faces. This led to deeper discussions about how BTS members have evolved. No longer boys jumping excitedly at every win, they have matured into men who know how to stand beside each other silently and powerfully. The Jungkook who once shyly hid behind members during speeches is now someone who communicates through eye contact and presence. Staff members who worked backstage during the concert later described the atmosphere as calm but charged. The emotions were high, but not chaotic. Every member was aware of the night's significance, not only as a performance, but as a full-circle moment. For the first time since 2022, they were all back. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Shortly after stepping off stage, Jin was met with a brief wave of congratulations from the production team. His smile remained composed, but his eyes revealed the weight of the performance. According to a staff coordinator, Jin's first words backstage were, "That felt good. It felt like coming home." And waiting quietly near the end of the hallway, away from the main commotion, was Jungkook. Jungkook approached Jin without fanfare. They exchanged a short handshake that turned into a quick embrace. No cameras, no microphones. Just a moment of acknowledgement. "You nailed it," Jungkook reportedly said. Jin smiled. The members then regrouped in the dressing area, sharing snacks, water, and laughter. Several behind-the-scenes photos later released by HYB showed the members seated in casual conversation, with Jin leaning comfortably into the couch corner while Jungkook sat beside him, still in the same tribute outfit. The photos captured ease, familiarity, and a long-missed dynamic. Later that night, in a private gathering held in one of HYB's studio lounges, the full group, along with a few close staff members, watched a replay of the concert. Jungkook reportedly requested they replay Jin's solo stage. As the screen lit up with Jin's performance, Jungkook quietly leaned forward, elbows on knees, watching again with the same focus he had on the night itself. Other members teased him playfully, with Jimin joking, "You're more nervous watching it now than Jin was performing it." Jungkook only smiled and responded, "He looked strong." What struck many staff members in attendance was the way the group treated the night. Not as a career checkpoint or PR win, but as a personal achievement. There was no talk of numbers, no charts, no business. The conversation was instead filled with reflection. RM commented on how much had changed and yet stayed the same. "We used to talk about this moment all the time, and now it's real." J-Hope chimed in, "And Jungkook showing up dressed like Jin from 2 years ago? That's next level sentiment." The room laughed, but it was a laugh laced with warmth and understanding. I end these moments. It was clear that what Jungkook did wasn't just for the cameras or the fans. It was something deeply personal. His choice to quietly support Jin, both visually and emotionally, reinforced how BTS's foundation was always built on mutual care. Later in the evening, a staff member caught a candid moment between Jin and Jungkook on the balcony. The two stood silently for several minutes, just watching the city lights of Seoul. The conversation, if any, was short, but according to the person who observed it, it was the kind of silence that says everything. As the night wound down and the members began to head their separate ways, Jungkook was the last to leave the lounge. A staff assistant offered him a ride, but he declined, choosing instead to walk out alone through the back entrance. Before leaving, he turned to one of the junior stylists and said with a grin, "Keep the cardigan safe. It's special." This quiet gesture wrapped up a night full of subtle affirmations and powerful silences. It wasn't a press conference or a viral post that defined this reunion. It was a shared glance, a replicated outfit, a single nod during a song. With the emotional reunion complete and all BTS members officially discharged from military service, fans and media alike have begun to wonder, what comes next? The HYB Family Concert 2025 served as more than a celebration. It became the launching pad for a brand new chapter in BTS's career, one free from enlistment schedules, physical separation, and the emotional strain of watching each other come and go. In the days following the concert, multiple industry insiders reported that BTS had already resumed low-key planning meetings. These weren't high-pressure label-mandated brainstorming sessions. Rather, they were intimate gatherings among the members themselves. HYB confirmed that the group would begin developing new content together, but this time, the members are the ones taking the lead. One source close to the group revealed. It's no longer about just filling in gaps or doing solo projects while someone is away. For the first time in years, they can create without interruption. This freedom is fueling speculation around a possible group album, not just a mini-album, but a full-scale project with input from all 7 members. Fans noticed that during the backstage lounge replay, Jungkook casually mentioned, "That sound could inspire something," referring to a live musical transition used during Jin's stage. RM, always quick to catch inspiration, replied, "Let's build from that." If that was any indication, BTS may be in the early stages of crafting music together again. And this time, their timeline is their own. The symbolic presence of Jungkook at the concert, specifically in support of Jin, also revealed how personal expression may shape the group's future. With Jin back and Jungkook making quiet, artistic statements through his appearance, it's clear the members aren't interested in traditional comebacks. Instead, they're prioritizing meaning, subtlety, and creative control. Fans are now theorizing a potential return not marked by loud promotions, but by carefully orchestrated performances, storytelling-focused music videos, and behind-the-scenes documentary content. This isn't just BTS 2.0, one popular fan account wrote. This is BTS fully realized, no distractions, just art. Industry experts are also noting the strategic opportunity in front of BTS. With no member absent, they can now plan long-term projects such as global tours, experimental subunit activities, and unique fan experiences. Many believe that Jungkook's tribute at the concert might even foreshadow one such project, a special album or track where each member covers or reinterprets another's solo song. Fans online have already begun using the hashtag #JKCoversJin, imagining what it would sound like for Jungkook to officially cover The Astronaut, or a remixed version of Moon. These ideas, while speculative, show just how inspired the fanbase is by what was, at its core, a simple act of support. Meanwhile, HYB's marketing team has been unusually quiet, which only intensifies curiosity. Their silence may be intentional, designed to give the group the breathing room they've long been denied. If BTS returns with a new project, it will be one that starts from within. Their vision, their pace, their message. Jin, too, reportedly mentioned in a post-concert meeting that he's eager to record something new, something that feels like now, he said. Jungkook's eyes lit up at the suggestion, leading fans to believe that collaborations between members may be the heartbeat of their next era. With the past 3 years spent navigating enlistment, solo paths, and physical distance, this moment marks a significant shift. The energy isn't just about what they can do, it's about what they want to do. And for BTS, those two forces aligning is what made them global icons in the first place.